because we're gonna talk about slavery from a very unique perspective, and we have to go to a very special place in order to talk about this. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to go to Kamala land.
Oh shit!
Whoa!
I mean, come on, imagine.
Kamala, you have to say Kamala.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? Can be unburdened by what has been. That's good stuff.
What a delight. What a delight.
You guys are in for a treat.
True hero, true black queen, Kamala Harris. Now she's been going off on Mr. Ron DeSantis about what he's been doing in Florida and the curriculum, getting rid of critical race theory pretty much. And Kamala's been putting a little spin on it. Did you guys hear about this?
I heard that she's at odds with him right now because of the curriculum. I also know that she blatantly lied and said that it was racist, even though this curriculum was developed by multiple people, including a highly educated black academic, who also stands by and agree with the plan. I mean, it's simple. If people would just look into the things that they're mad at, they probably wouldn't be mad at it. But you know,
yeah. All right. Well, let's hear her perspective.
Sure.
Because we're in the magical world of Kamala land.
Kamala. In this moment, we even see extremists ban books and attempt to erase and even rewrite the ugly parts of our history. Right here in Florida.
Damn right.
You guys don't even sound confident in your cheers. The fuck you mean?
They're like, that sentence over? Oh,
you know why? Because she goes right here in Florida and then waits for applause, but they're like, I thought we supposed to hate Florida, aren't we? We're all like fleeing. Shall we cheer? They have no fucking consistency in anything.
Nope.
Now they love Florida because they're there.
Yeah. Mississippi.
Right here in Florida, they plan to teach students that enslaved people benefited from slavery. They insult us in an attempt to gaslight us, in an attempt to divide and distract our nation with unnecessary debates. And now they attempt...
Isn't it them that wanted the debate on this whole thing?
They're the ones that want the distraction.
Well, yeah, you're right. But let's just keep it in the terms of the whole thing. They wanted the debate when it came to them changing it to their shit. But now the debate is over, apparently.
Oh, yeah,
now we can't have a debate. It's unnecessary.
They already got what they wanted.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Also, what she's talking about, I don't know the specific thing. I know the curriculum. What she's talking about is the part where they explain how slaves, they didn't put it even in the term, she did, that some slaves learned a lot of skills while being slaves.
I mean, if you didn't have slaves like Harriet Tubman, who were educated enough to come up with that type of system, who could read, like reading was big back then. You know what I mean? Like most slaves didn't know how to read. So part of learning is you had to have that bridge. So somebody had to teach you how to read.
Well, how can you tell the story too that like the guy who invented the stoplight or something? I think he was a slave when he invented it, right?
Yep.
How can you then tell that story, which is a great story? A slave invented something that we still use till this day. It's an amazing story. Like, How can you though tell that story without explaining that he had to learn skills in order to
through his slavery?
Yeah.
Through his slavery, he learned the skills to make an invention.
Let's be fucking real about this. Skills that he more than likely would not have learned if he was still in Africa.
More than likely.
I don't know what's wrong about saying that. Like if the whole argument is that, oh, well, the colonizers came to Africa and stole all the science. So that's why the white man has all the science. It's like the science, like, it's still out there. You can go and read the science and figure it out. Like, why isn't Africa now, like, why isn't Zimbabwe creating airplanes? You know what I mean? Like real airplanes.
Well, see, even saying things like, slaves were, or things were stolen from Africa. When they went over there, they were buying things. They weren't stealing anything. They bought slaves, they bought goods, and then they took them somewhere else.
And look, let's be fair. Maybe there was some stealing going on. Who knows?
There had to be but most of them was commerce, right? They would go to a village, the village chief. If the village chief had people that they owned from some village that they conquered, they sell them off.
Well, that's who they were selling. Yeah.
That's who they were selling, yeah. So, I mean, again, everybody wants to add up sins from back in the day, but if none of that happened, we wouldn't have the country that we have.
Like today. Who's more than likely better off? Somebody whose bloodline stayed in Africa to this day, or the bloodline of a black person who now lives in America.
It
more than like who's benefiting more?
It would only matter if you were an elite in Africa. If you're not elite in Africa, then it don't mean.
And
shit.
What's the margin of that?
The margin is this: you can be a middle class or an even poor American, a poor black American,
as long as you're in the leader position,
and be higher than the poorest African.
Absolutely, you're richer. Actually,
yes,
you're considered rich compared to and that's why we go to the place of people who are actually stealing because they want to feed their family, as opposed to somebody who's stealing Gucci belts and Jordans
or cigarettes to flip them.
Exactly. I just think it's like, it's again what we've always talked about, looking at history with emotional eyes. You just can't do it. You can't do it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't look at Irish slavery and get emotional about it.
I mean, people were savages back in the day. People are savages today. One day,
there's slavery now.
One day, hopefully, they're going to look back at today's society and be like, they were cutting their own genitals off and switching parts. I think, and be like, that shit was insane.
I think the big thing is going to be when we look back at this society today, we're going to go, I can't believe that they were killing that many babies through abortion.
That too.
Hundreds of thousands of babies
a day.
I don't know about hundreds of thousands a day, but I think it's like 600,000 a year, something like that.
Damn, I thought it was a day.
Yeah, it's fucking insane.
Like a million.
Insane.
It was never at any point.
You might be right. It might be. I think it's in the tens of thousands a day, but I don't. Okay. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on the numbers there. But yeah, I mean, she's just completely twisting this fucking to make it. What does it say? We see extremists ban books and attempt to rewrite and even erase the ugly parts of our history.
Well, let's talk about the books that they're banning. Why doesn't anybody ever say that they have co-opted some sort of homosexuality ideology into these black books, into these so-called books? They're putting these things in here to say that there was like gay struggles in the black community. Of course there was, because the black community was rooted in Christianity and Judeo-Christian values, and to break out of that was not normal.
But I do think, and this is what they're counting on, I think most black people will accept homosexuality as part of the struggle.
Yeah, you say, I've heard you say that before.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Mm-hmm. So they'll go, all right, as long as we get our stuff too.
That's the thing.
We'll let the homosexuality
they never get their stuff either. That was the same complaint niggas had with Obama. Niggas said they put Obama in office And all he did was do stuff for gay people.
Yeah, but if you ask most of those black people, well, what did you want Obama to do?
You know what they wanted.
We wanted white people to be slaves.
Need reparations. And I want a higher position at my job for doing nothing.
Free money.
Yeah, all that.
It would be a bunch of shit that would be impossible anyway. So it's like, what do you even know? It's like when we watched the Charlemagne and the Breakfast Club versus Vivek, and they pull out, they go, oh well, we got the lady, I forget her name. We got so and so on here. She wants to ask you some questions. They brought that on with the steez of this is our big gun. Yeah, this is our educated black woman.
She's an educated veteran.
Oh, you in trouble now.
Black educated veteran of the United States.
And then she came on and went, my teacher done snatched papers from me, so I did civil service.
I want to know what you have done to show leadership in your life. Because when I was a little girl, I took the papers from the teacher because I didn't think it was fair. Yeah, I got in trouble. My mama whooped my ass, but the people knew I was for them. What did you do?
Miss Harris, you still remember? That's that important to you that you remember that?
She could have said anything.
Holy shit.
Why don't you tell us about your Air Force stories? Like, what did you do? What valor did you show then? What leadership did you show in that
Must have
position?
been something.
Did you do nothing there? Oh, no. You got to revert to elementary school.
But again, that's what I'm saying. There's this. I was listening to an interview with T.I., and he was talking about Kanye going to meet Trump. And he goes, I just didn't like that he didn't bring no black representation with him. Because if I went, I knew I wouldn't be smart enough to have the conversation. So I would bring somebody like, what's the guy? Farrakhan. I would have brought Farrakhan. Like, bro, that's the smartest motherfucker you could think of. That's the best you could do.
I mean, it's T.I.
That's the genius that you would bring to meet the president. Fuck off. People are stupid.
Kanye was smart enough on his own to me. That's how great Kanye is. Kanye doesn't need he is the black representative. He's a black rapper, and he likes Trump. There should be nothing wrong with that.
Or what's wrong with him just going there and saying, "Well, I'm here to represent Kanye. I'm here to represent a whole people."
Yeah, that too.
I want to put that on my back.
That too.
Fuck that. And then also, people who don't really understand politics or understand what I'm doing here, the conversation I'm having with Trump, they're not even understanding it. Like, it's like I understand what he was doing, why he didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But it's I don't know, bro. It's like it's got to be. And I say this with like a good intention. Black people need to get smarter. They just need to stop relying on people that you think are smarter than you. Think for your fucking self.
At this point, it's annoying to know the history and just everything that's transpired over the last couple of years, and black people just still blindly go Democrat. Not even look in a Republican's way. You know, I'm not saying vote all Republican, but at least listen to some different ideas.
Just be open to it.
Because what you've been doing for the past 60 some odd years ain't working. It ain't working.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
But, you know, it's the white man fault.
Only the white man fault.
Because they normalized mentorship. They fall for one person and think that person's like God. Anything they do, anything they say, that's how they're running with it. So that's why when you ask in a debate anything, they'll go, "Oh, well, do your research. Go listen to da da da."
Mm-hmm. It's like when I did the Mr. Research thing. You gonna disagree with the dictionary? Yeah, nigga. What the fuck? Sorry, I don't know why I'm saying nigga so much. Jesus.
Damn.
Yeah, bro.
You feeling extra black today,
Yeah, I'm gonna disagree with the dictionary.
It's okay,
it's like it's not. There's no authority when it comes to the fucking intellectual. What were you saying? Sorry.
Sometimes you got to step into your niggahood.
Yeah. I'm with it. I'm just for the betterment of black people. Just stop relying on other people to talk for you. You can speak for yourself. It's like you're not gonna get in trouble. You're the least person that's gonna get in trouble.
It's true.
So
I think I'm sorry. I know we're gonna move on, but I think a lot of black people's problems is they're afraid to lose their social circle. because they think differently. That's what it is. They don't want to lose their friends, and that was a very real thing. I mean, we saw it. You know, you lost a lot of friends, right? So, I mean, because black people are afraid of that because they feel like my clique is my clique, and I've been
peer
with these
pressure, bro,
for so long. I can't change my ideals. I got to just ride with the crew.
Yeah. I don't want to be a sellout.
I don't want to be a sellout.
Yeah,
Uncle Tom, cool.
Yeah, and again, that's what the Democrats hope for. That's why they talk the way they talk. When it's we're gonna look what she says. We're gonna to rewrite the ugly parts of history. It's like it's not rewrite. It's telling the ugly parts of history. You want to hide the ugly parts of history. The ugly parts of history are actually the most interesting parts. It makes you realize, like, damn, we came like a really long way.
Let's be real. Learning how to read through slavery is not pretty. That's still ugly. Like,
yeah,
she made it sound like we tried that Ron is trying to pretty it up, but it's still ugly. But it needs to be said.
But that's like, to me, that's something like I respect that. Like somebody learning, risking their life to learn how to read, and then we got black people now who are free that will not go to school. They do not want to read.
It's true.
It's like, bro, your ancestors fucking died for this.
Nah, they think they died for their right to loot stores when Jerome gets killed.
And reparations. They died for reparations.
It's narcissism though, because I think there's a thing in this, right, where black people will make fun of white people for having things like valor. You know what I mean?
I like how you
fuck that shit.
I like how you put that. No, leave that fucking alien alone. Walk away, Brandon.
But that's what I'm
valor.
It is though. It's the thing of, okay, somebody's brave enough to do something.
Yeah, you know what? I remember earlier this year, maybe a couple months ago, there was like 5 niggas in a sub that had mad valor. Them niggas is gone too. Their valor. No,
that's just stupidity. And if you notice, white people stay far away from that. They really distance themselves. Black people, if that was black people, they would have been like, hey, they tried. It's a real tragedy.
They tried. Nah, black people would have been like, there was also white people shit. We don't know what the fuck.
Exactly, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're right. But that's what I mean. Like for instance, going like, if you said this around a group of black liberals, right? Yeah, I'd go and fight and die for this country. Nigga, you crazy.
That's true.
They watched the Titanic. Nigga, that with me, I'll be pushing niggas off the boat. Women and children, fuck that shit. You get what I'm saying? White people, though, have that in them where it's like, yeah, women and children, we're going to do the right thing. Just because it's the right thing to do.
My time to go is my time to go.
Yeah. And then there are some scumbag white dudes that did jump on the boat.
Yeah.
And took a spot.
Yeah. Had to.
Yeah.
To increase the bloodline. You
get what I'm saying?
They're co-workers.
Yeah, I think that one bitch, the nigga that was fucking Jack's bitch. What was his name? Cal. Yeah. Wasn't he like a Rockefeller or something? He made it off the boat.
No, I don't know what he was in real life, but he was like an oil
tycoon.
Tycoon. Yeah. I'm just saying, like black people though do have the same tenacity, because a black person will fucking load up a gun and then go out and rob somebody. You get what I'm saying? Like, there is a tenacity for crazy.
Their valor is misplaced.
It's misdirected. Yeah. Like, it's not in the like not snitching. There is a certain value to that. I'm not going to snitch on my boys. We did something together. We go down together. Yeah. I understand that. I'm just saying, if that valor though was in something else, like, all right, if we got captured by some terrorists, nigga, I ain't snitching. I'm not telling all my country. I'd be like, bro, that's like fucking, let's go get them motherfuckers. Let's go like save them.
I think black people would snitch pretty quickly.
That's what I'm saying.
On America.
On America.
Nigga, what you want to know, nigga?
Right.
I'll tell you right where the White House at. We try to take that motherfucker over too.
Washington, D.C., bitch. I pointed on the map, bitch.
Oh shit.
I'm just saying there needs to be more of that with black people, like more exploration. There needs to if you had that more, it would be less like motherfuckers just chilling in the hood all day doing nothing.
I mean, I think there are, and again, it's one of those things where it's a culture divide because there are some the black adventurers. Like I follow this kid who's in Miami, and he like runs around grabbing like random animals and shit, like in the forest. And there's Black Tarzan. He's another one. Black dude fucking around with animals.
Look, I saw.
So
oh, sorry, go ahead.
yeah. So I just think, but those people are looked at as nerds, like they're looked at as squares, and that shit ain't cool.
I don't think that's nerdy though. I think like fucking building model airplanes or something. That's nerdy. Like playing with an alligator. It might be stupid. It might be crazy, but it's not nerdy. It's like there's a different level to that. That's a wild boy shit.
I'm like playing with lizards and bugs and shit, like going out and something like that.
Look, I saw a video the other day. I shared it on my Twitter. Maybe I'll try to find it in a second. But of a black guy saw a dude steal somebody's purse, some old woman's purse, and then he fucking chased him down and beat the fuck out of him. Yeah,
that was a great video.
Yeah,
it was a great video.
And then even the city commended him, which that was even better. They had the old school Texas sheriff. We gonna commend you, boy. That was good.
Now you gotta pull it up. I want to see.
You wanted a good one. You see it? I gotta find it.
Yeah, pull it up. But I mean, look, just to wrap up the Kamala land because we're selling Kamala land.
Forgot. Sometimes you get lost in Kamala land. That's the beauty of it.
Get lost in Kamala land. That's crazy. Yeah, no, I think again,
that's
it's
the
a
name
lot
of the show.
Lost in Kamala.
Lost in Kamala land. There you go. In a world of pure retardation. Go ahead.
I just think that she's just another figurehead, and more so, she's just another token. Just riling up the Democrats in our state. That's it, and they're riled, as you can hear.